A respected member of the Meadville community and former governor is laid to rest today. Erie police are looking for several people after an overnight stabbing outside an Erie bar. And Erie Water Department crews spent their night repairing a water main break that closed part of East 12th Street.
After a mild weekend that brought us some scattered showers, that will continue a little bit into Monday. But then as we go throughout the work week, can we expect some snow to stay around just in time for Christmas? I'll tell you in your Jet Pinpoint forecast.
The Steelers had Carolina on their mind today as they took on the Panthers. The Browns and Bills were also in action. And we'll have your Otter score coming up in sports.
From WJET-TV, Action News 24 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Dan Wells. David Belmondo has the evening off. It was an emotional farewell for a former Pennsylvania governor and respected member of the Meadville community. Ford Chapel at Allegheny College was filled today with family and friends and many dignitaries who came to remember the life and the legacy of the late Raymond P. Shafer. WJET-TV's Kim Thomas has more on the life of a very distinguished man.
Rain falling from the sky matched the tears falling down the faces of loved ones as they paid their final respects to a former governor and friend.
It's a lovely ceremony and entirely fitting, giving us all a chance to ponder the achievements that Ray Shafer had as governor of this state and as a citizen of the Commonwealth and of the United States.
In addition to leading the state of Pennsylvania from 1967 to 1971, Shafer also served as lieutenant governor, state senator, and Crawford County district attorney. He is considered by many not only as an influential governor, but also a mentor and friend.
Measure the man was the unsolicited phone call, just reaching out, staying in touch, occasional lunch, occasional phone conversation, and it continued even through the time I served as governor. So my relationship with the governor was a very personal one and one for which I'm very grateful.
He was the real icon because he taught everyone good public service is being in government, period. Not differentiating. That's the kind of man he was.
While many of his friends remained in the nation's capital and across the U.S., Shafer never lost sight of where he came from.
Very, very community-minded individual who never, ever lost touch with his grassroots, who never lost touch with his hometown and his own community.
Shafer eventually returned to his hometown of Meadville, where he continued to support his alma mater of Allegheny College. The 1938 graduate served as president of the school in the 80s and as a trustee until the day he died. Kim Thomas, Action News 24.
After the ceremony, family members attended a private service at St. John Cemetery in Union Township. Well, Pennsylvania State Police are investigating the robbery of a Barbados pizza delivery driver. The incident happened between 3:30 and 4 o'clock outside the Route 97 Pizza Pub. State police are looking for 3 individuals allegedly involved. They are 2 Hispanic males and a woman. It's believed they drove off in a white, older model Stratus. Anyone with information is urged to call Pennsylvania State Police. Erie police are looking for several people after a stabbing outside an Erie bar overnight. Erie police and emergency care were called to the Otis 12 Bar and Grill in the 600 block of West 26th Street just after 1 o'clock. A man in his mid-20s was stabbed just below the heart after he was allegedly robbed of a chain around his neck. Witnesses told Action News 24 the man went outside to confront the suspects who took his jewelry when he was stabbed.
We were staying at the bar, you know, just having some fun, and then some guy, my friend, came up to me, told me that he took his chain. So when we went to approach him and stuff, he had ran down the street with some, you know, go approach the guy, and the next you know, he came back bleeding. So we found out he got stabbed. So.
The victim was taken to Hammett Medical Center where he underwent treatment for that stab wound. Erie police were also called out early this morning for reports of shots fired.
Okay, passenger in the front seat, open the door from the outside.
Around 12:15 this morning, Erie police responded to a call for shots fired in the area of 2nd and Myrtle. A car matching the suspect's description was stopped at 2nd and Chestnut Streets. The people inside were removed from the car. The vehicle allegedly involved in the incident was towed to the Erie police station for further inspection. At this time, it's not known whether any arrests were made. The investigation into this incident continues. Erie Water Department crews spent their night repairing a water main break that closed part of East 12th Street. Water was gushing from the ground near 12th and Downing after a 20-inch water line broke underground. One lane of East 12th Street was closed while crews worked to fix the break. According to the Erie Water Works Department, all repairs on that water main line have been completed at this hour. 2 people were taken to Hammett Medical Center this morning after their car slammed into a parked pickup truck and rolled several times. The driver of this car, a 22-year-old woman, and her passenger, a 26-year-old man, were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The car was traveling west on 21st Street when the driver lost control and struck the parked truck. The car then rolled several times, coming to a rest on its roof. Well, in Washington tomorrow, the new Secretary of Defense will be sworn in. We'll have those stories in just a moment, but first, Brian has a look at the forecast.
And all thanks to a very slow-moving cool front, we continue to see the rain, the drizzle, and yes, widespread fog across the region. Will this last into Monday, and for how long? Plus, is there snow just in time for Christmas? We'll let you know all the details in your Jet Pinpoint forecast next.
Check out the great offers on America's undisputed leader, Ford F-Series, during Ford's year-end event.
Let's get it started.
F-150 offers a luxurious car-like interior built on the strongest frame in its class. Maybe that's why there are more F-Series on the road with 250,000 miles than any other brand. Get it started in a truck that's built Ford tough.
Let's get it started.
Now get a 2007 F-150 Super Cab with up to $3,000 year-end cash back during Ford's year-end event.
Holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 lottos, 5 cash 5. 4 big, 4 spring, daily numbers 2, lucky for life.
Happy holidays, Rita.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new $500,000 wish list.
Happy holidays.
And best wishes from the lottery.
Here are tonight's winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. See the live drawing every night at 7 on Jet TV.
The Hoops USA report calls the Erie McDonald's Classic the best 4-team tournament in the entire country.
It'll be played here at Gannon University on January 12th and 13th.
See Ohio powerhouse St. Edwards, California's top program Westchester High, and Solon High, along with host Cathedral Prep.
Tickets are on sale at Cathedral Prep, the Erie Sports Stores, the Avalon Hotel, D's News, and select Erie area McDonald's restaurants. You can catch all the action right here at the Hammer Mill on January 12th and 13th.
It's the McDonald's Classic, the nation's best, right here in Erie.
Your home for the Pennsylvania Lottery is Jet TV.
Only 11 hours left. Arthur F. Schultz Ultimate Home Furnishings and Appliance Sale ends Monday at 9. Don't miss the savings of a lifetime. Pay no interest for 2 full years on everything, and delivery is free. Hurry in for Arthur F. Schultz Ultimate Sale and Clearance Markdowns on Pennsylvania's largest selection of sofas, Lazy Boy recliners and chairs, Sealy and Simmons mattresses, bedrooms, dining rooms, appliances, and televisions. Ultimate Sale and Clearance, the final 11 hours at Arthur F. Schultz, 26th and Cascade, ends Monday at 9.
And now, Erie's largest team of certified meteorologists with exclusive live Jet Pinpoint Doppler. This is Jet Pinpoint Weather with meteorologist Brian Newdorf.
Well, for the 17th of December, it's mild. We were 3 degrees shy of a record today, and it was just dreary and damp just about the afternoon, as we expected. We saw the drizzle, the rain, some fog, and that pretty much hampered most of the lakeshore through most of the day during the afternoon, and then it's finally become more widespread as winds along this boundary, what we call converge, they collide, and that helps to force air upward and also develop some showers across the area. Let's first take a look at the network of Doppler radars. And what we're seeing here is some areas of showers. Now, don't be fooled by these little returns here. These are out of the Buffalo and radar. It's kind of what we would call in clear mode. It's being very sensitive right now. But what we're seeing here is just some very light showers along the lakeshore. You can almost see that boundary very clearly as a straight line along 86, Erie, and out over Lake Erie as well, with some other scattered showers off to the south. Jet Pinpoint Point Doppler live, and we're still seeing areas of light showers through Erie County along 86 out over towards northeast, Harbor Creek, and then through the city along the lakeshore, but very, very light. Also, probably seeing some areas of dense, patchy fog in spots if you are going to be traveling later on this morning or this evening and into the early morning hours. So here's the temperatures for today. 57 for a high, 48 now, 46 degrees for a low. And as I mentioned, we were just 3 degrees shy of the record of 60 set back in 1984. And as the most recent report, we saw anywhere from about 200 of an inch of precipitation, but we've been seeing more as we've gone throughout the overnight. Temperatures, though, still very mild, especially for an 11 o'clock in almost late December. These would be gifted. These were highs as we continue to see, but temperatures haven't fallen much. 53 in Warren, Scandia at 50 degrees. You actually have the cooler temperatures where you're closer to the boundary where temperatures are in the 40s, so you can kind of see the dividing line between still that mild temperatures to the south and cooling temperatures off to the north. And we will see a trend of cooling temperatures going throughout the day Monday, and by Tuesday we may actually see more seasonal temperatures for this time of year. Now the question is, how long will those cooler temperatures last? And as all the questions I've been getting, are we going to see snow or that white Christmas by Monday? So looking at here, you can see these cloud cover moving in almost like a moisture conveyor belt, and right along here is where we're seeing the boundary, and this almost picks up the jet stream very well. So when you almost see this line of clouds and moisture running parallel along the cold front, these cold fronts just do not move very quickly, but the mild temperatures will be in place. But eventually this system pushes through, still leaving us with some isolated showers early on Monday, but cooler air is coming back behind it, and the warmth will be pushing out. And then by Tuesday, we get a dip in the jet stream, allowing much cooler air to filter in here, and that could set up some areas briefly on Tuesday of some lake effect snow bands as we look mainly inland because of the northwesterly component. So overnight, quite cloudy, light rain and drizzle and fog in some spots. Temperatures, though, for the most part in the 40s. And then as we head out to tomorrow, lingering showers, cooler, possible breaks for some sunshine later on, especially to the north, decreasing clouds as it goes to the south, 43 to 48 degrees. Tomorrow night, variably cloudy, much colder, a possible flurry, 25 to 32 degrees. We see a high of about 37 on Tuesday, but then once again, more above average temperatures Wednesday and Thursday. We do see some cooler air coming in here on Sunday, Christmas Eve. Of course, the question is, will it be cold enough for snow? But right now, things are, well, I think things are now looking a little iffy, and maybe if you want that white Christmas, we have a little bit of concern at this point. Models are just not helping us along.
Thanks so much, Brian. It looks good otherwise, though. If you like the temperatures in the 50s, 40s, and 50s, it has to be your paradise.
Exactly. I get mixed reviews. Some are saying, most say they want the snow by Christmas and then get rid of it. Some of the others out there have said, you know what, just keep the snow away. I'll be happy.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brian. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
And now, here's a look at the headlines you'll read in tomorrow's Erie Times News. Get Erie's most accurate forecast from the Jet Pinpoint meteorologists on Rocket 101, Froggy 94.7, and in the Erie Times News. When you see news happen, dial star 24 on your Cellular One phone to talk to Action News 24.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. Now's the perfect chance to save on a beautiful new Honda Accord, the car IntelliChoice named Best Overall Value. So whatever else you're doing this holiday season, be sure to include the Accord on your shopping list. Have your Honda dealer wrap one up for you today. It's one present you'll be very happy with. Happy Honda Days. Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
How do you like me now? Erie has a brand new country station. How do you like me now? The new 93.9 The Wolf, with fewer commercials and more great fun country music.
I love it. I want some more of it.
The new 93.9 The Wolf.
When the sun goes down.
93.9 The Wolf, Erie's brand new country station.
93.9 The Wolf.
Looking for a special gift? We have it at Geary Studio 7 Gallery. Gifts for her. Gifts for him. Gifts that are timeless. At Geary Studio 7, you can expect the unexpected. One-of-a-kind gifts designed and created by local artisans in glass pottery and mosaics. Paintings by Mary Kay Gary. Look for the pink building on West 8th across from the Bel Air. Expect the unexpected. Gary Studio 7 Gallery.
Here at Safe Auto, our president recently asked, why should our customers be the only ones who get to hear our beloved jingle? Good question. So guess what he arranged to play all day, every day for the entire staff? You got it, our theme song. I'll bet our company suggestion box is brimming with compliments. Bring it in, ladies. What's with the... How many bosses are this thoughtful?
Welcome back. Researchers and rescuers continue to search for 2 missing climbers on Mount Hood. ABC's Chuck Syverston has the very latest.
The bad news came at the end of a long day of searching Mount Hood for 3 missing climbers when rescue teams found a second snow cave.
Our climbers did get inside the snow cave and have confirmed that there is 1 fatality.
Officials did not identify the climber. Rescuers spent all day on the mountain, getting up early on Sunday on helicopters and snowcats. The first snow cave they found contained just a sleeping bag, ice axes, and a rope, and no sign of any climbers.
What it means to me is, you know, they hunkered down in the snow, and then they survived for a while, and they, you know, helping themselves and hiking out of there.
Kelly James, Brian Hall, and Jerry Cook set off to climb Mount Hood last week. James called family members last Sunday to report that they were in trouble. 1 week later, families of the missing men cheered on the rescuers, hoping for a breakthrough.
The searchers are putting their heart and soul into this. We still keep that common focus that we all have. There is a common focus. We continue to search. We continue to look. We remain optimistic. We remain hopeful.
Chuck Syvertson, ABC News.
In Washington tomorrow, the new Secretary of Defense will be sworn in. Robert Gates replaces Donald Rumsfeld, who came under harsh criticism over the war in Iraq. Gates is taking over as the situation in Iraq continues to worsen. ABC's Bob Jameson has more.
With no end in sight to the sectarian violence that has turned parts of Iraq into war zones, the question remains, what steps, if any, should the United States take next? The recent report by the Iraq Study Group recommends the withdrawal of U.S. combat forces by 2008. President Bush is considering those recommendations, as well as options that would send additional U.S. troops to Iraq on a temporary basis. The president's former Secretary of State says he's skeptical about sending additional troops, which he feels could make a bad situation even worse.
It's grave and deteriorating. And as Secretary-designate of Defense Bob Gates said at his confirmation hearing, we're not winning. So if it's grave and deteriorating and we're not winning, we are losing. We haven't lost.
There are now more than 130,000 troops in Iraq. At least one top retired Army official is recommending that the president send an additional 30,000 to 40,000 troops who would be there for at least a year and a half. Some top Democrats agree that the crisis in Iraq needs to be handled politically by its own government. But they don't all agree on whether more U.S. troops should be deployed while waiting for that to happen.
If it's for a surge, that is for 2 or 3 months, and it's part of a program to get us out of there as indicated by this time next year, then sure, I'll go along with it.
We have heard in the Armed Services Committee who believe that adding additional troops would enhance the kinds of antagonisms against the United States forces at the present time.
Bob Jameson, ABC News.
Well, Erie County could be on the verge of a 100% smoke-free atmosphere in public places. We wanted to let you know the issue will come again before Erie County Council. We'll tell you all about that in just a few moments. Stay with us.
Too many choices? When you need help choosing the right equipment for your office, you can count on us for expert advice. OMSS. We sell and service computer systems, software, and all types of office machines. OMSS. Call or visit us online.
It's time again for the Ultimate Gift Card Sale, the gift of many choices, the gift you know they'll love. The Ultimate Gift Card can be used at 16 great locations, from a Whirlpool suite to dining in 9 area restaurants to a birthday party at Splash Lagoon. One card is all you need. Stop at Applebee's, Damon's, Quaker Steak and Lube, Safari Grill, Splash Lagoon, and buy your Ultimate Gift Card. Finally, a gift with something for everyone.
I've got a 16-page brochure on press. We get a lot of business from them, that's for sure. I've got an ad in the paper for another pressman. It's great. You see a lot of the bigger companies doing so much work out of town or out of state. I'm glad they keep so much business here. My new pressman will be too.
There's one insurer who knows that the health of the community depends on the health of the economy. A helping hand in the places we call home. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Too much downtime? When you need service for office equipment that doesn't work, you can count on us for quick turnaround. OMSS. We sell and service computer systems, software, and all types of office machines. OMSS. Call or visit us online.
More visitors than Yellowstone. More jobs than Jeriot Park has seats. More money than you can shake a stick at. Tourism in Erie. It all adds up. The Erie Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. We bring the world to Erie.
Welcome back to Action News 24 at 11. If you're interested in applying for Joy Greco's Erie County Council seat, you don't have much time left. Applicants looking to fill Greco's council seat must apply for the position by 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Candidates must be Republican and must have lived in the district for at least a year. Erie County could be on the verge of a 100% smoke-free atmosphere at public places. Erie County Council had its first reading on the widely debated issue on December 5th in front of a full house of health officials, business owners, and smokers. We wanted to let you know the issue will come before Council again on the 19th. That's Tuesday. Well, the Greater Erie Youth Symphony held its annual Winter Merriment open house and concert today. Friends and family gathered at the Reed Union Building on the Penn State Barron campus this afternoon. The Youth Symphony held an open house for the public, and after the open house, everyone was treated to a concert by 5 ensembles of the Youth Symphony Orchestra. One area business owner and his employees were making a difference in the area tonight. Scott Enterprises held their annual employee Christmas party tonight at the Ambassador Ballroom. The management entertains their employees every year. This year, they all dressed up as the Village People. Every year, the employees bring canned goods and food for the city mission. Nick Scott says the year's turnout was the best ever.
The employees responded by bringing hundreds and hundreds of cans of goods to the city mission as a donation, and actually I'm sure it'll get over 1,000, and we're happy to make this donation every year to the city mission because it helps them with their cause.
Scott Enterprises is giving all of its employees a Christmas ham. Any of the leftover 1,300 hams will be donated to the city mission. A very nice costume there, huh?
Very nice costume, and it's great, you know, the holiday season, just giving back to the community, so that's a really positive thing.
Bill, you're in with sports. What's going on?
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers are barely breathing in terms of the playoffs. They were trying to stay alive, you know, keep that heart beating. Today they took on the Carolina Panthers in North Carolina. We'll have the highlights coming up next.
If you're thinking about giving a gift of jewelry this holiday season, then think Guelph.
We've got a store full of the most exciting jewelry fashions you'll find anywhere. They're fun, classic, unique, and at Guelph, you know what you're getting.
Let our knowledgeable jewelry team help you find the holiday gift that's perfect for you. Guelph, the name you've trusted in diamonds and fine jewelry for 3 generations.
Guelph Jewelry Connection.
Are you looking for something more? It's time to make the phone call and begin your journey into a dental career. Tri-State Business Institute offers the only dental hygienist program in the area. Learn to work chairside with dentists during treatment and clean patients' teeth. Thousands of jobs are available for healthcare professionals right now.
Become a dental hygienist here at Tri-State Business Institute.
Call Tri-State Business Institute now to find out how you can go from the classroom to a career. 814-838-7673.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's winter. And that means the view from your kitchen window is a world full of snowfalls and icy frozen ponds. It also means Quality Market's holiday tastes and savings of the season are here. You'll find delicious prepared holiday dinners, festive meat and cheese deli platters, pre-cut ready-to-serve veggie and fruit trays, seafood, tasty bakery favorites, and gift baskets. So come to Quality Markets and let us do the work while you enjoy the season. Quality Markets, your kind of store.
Imagine retreating to the quiet bliss of a custom-designed home theater from Custom Audio right in your own home. We match your requirements with the manufacturer and contractor to create a one-of-a-kind entertainment environment for your family. Imagine imagine the possibilities.
Custom Audio offers quality electronics for your home and car and expertise you can't find anywhere else.
The power's out, but your food safety plan is on. Don't open the fridge. Foods will be safe for up to 4 hours if the door stays closed. Keep the freezer shut too. If it's full, the food will stay frozen for about 2 days. When power returns, make sure freezer foods have ice crystals and check fridge foods with a food thermometer to make sure they're at 40 degrees or below. If not, or if there's any doubt, throw it out. Learn more at www.fsis.usda.gov. Click on Ask a Food Safety Question or call USDA's Meat and Poultry Hotline at 1-888-MP Hotline.
And now, Action News 24 Sports with Bill Toth.
Hey everybody, the Pittsburgh Steelers have won 4 out of their past 5 games. The past 2 by combined score 47-10. Today they face a team going in the opposite direction, the Carolina Panthers. Bill Cowher returning to Carolina where his new residence will be. Let's go to the second quarter. No score. Ben Roethlisberger calls his own number, takes it into the end zone, 7-0 Pittsburgh. Ben throws for 140 on the day. Still in the second, 10-0 Steelers. James Harrison will block the Carolina punt. Ike Taylor recovers. Special teams will play a big part in this win today. That leads to this. Najee Davenport goes 13 yards to pay dirt on the screen pass, 17-0 Steelers. Let's move to the second half. A guy who's had a great year, a UNC guy, fast. Willie Parker gets the handoff. He's off to the races, 41 yards to make it 27-3 Steelers. He ran for 132 in that TD. Now in the fourth, same score. Santonio Holmes finally shows his talent. Takes it back to the house, 65 yards for the touchdown. The Steelers tame the Panthers 37-3, and they are still breathing, and they can credit those guys up front for the win.
Offensively, the offensive line did a good job. Once we kind of got a feel for what they were doing, did a great job of keeping guys away from me, and the receivers got open and made plays.
Yeah, those guys, I don't know, everyone's congratulating Willie to me. Congratulate the guys that opened up that hole. And, I'm happy for those linemen. Those are the guys that are in the trenches, man. They're the ones that, like you said, everybody runs to the ball carrier. My appreciation goes to those guys up front.
The Cleveland Browns travel to Baltimore today to take on the AFC North leading Ravens, who have the best defense in the NFL, and they're also looking to clinch a playoff berth. Let's take you down to the Free State to see how the Browns fared. Derek Anderson got to start today at quarterback in place of the injured Charlie Fry. First quarter scoreless game starts off well for Anderson. He completes the 36-yard dart to Kellen Winslow Jr. Winslow had 61 on the afternoon. But this is not good. Still 3-0. Anderson's going to get picked off by DeJuan Landry. He plays for the Ravens, and he returns it deep into Browns territory. Anderson throws 2 INTs. Now the ensuing drive, Jamal Lewis is going to knife through the defense for 7 yards to make it 7-3 Ravens. Lewis has 109. Now 17-3 Ravens in the second. Anderson hits Joe Gerovicius on the fade. 17-10 Baltimore at the half. Same score in the third. Browns still playing tough. Anderson hits Braylon Edwards from 14 yards out to tie the game at 17. He would throw for 223 and 2 TDs. But the Ravens were too much, though. Kyle Bowler in for the injured Steve McNair hits Demetrius Williams for 77 yards and the touchdown. The Ravens go on to clinch a playoff berth by beating the Browns 27-17. The Dolphins taking on the Bills in wet and blustery Buffalo. Bills trying to stay alive in the playoff hunt, too. First quarter, no score. The Bills' D comes up big. They stop Sammy Morris on 4th and short. Now in the second, still scoreless. This tandem has been hot. J.P. Lossman hits Lee Evans 36 yards down the sidelines, and that will lead to this. Lossman dropping back the pass hits the big fella, the tight end, Robert Royal, 33 yards to make it 7-0 Bills. Lossman was 13 out of 19 for 200 yards. We're now in the third. Lossman finds Josh Reed, and he communicates with the Dolphins by running them over and going into the end zone, 14-0 Buffalo, and the leap. Fourth quarter, same score. Lossman hooks up with Evan once again, this time for 21 yards and the touchdown. Evans would have 67 yards. The Bills get their first shutout since 2003 by blanking Miami 21-0. Now to some hockey. For the holidays, the Erie Otters want nothing more than a win to close out the first half of the season. Today they took on Guelph on the road, and they will get their 25th loss of the year by falling 6-3 to the Storm. Zach Torcato, Josh Kidd, and Josh Vatry all score for the Otters. The Otters have now lost 3 straight in 6 of their past 7. Let's move to college basketball. Men's version, Mercyhurst taking on Northwood. First half, Lakers, Shelby Chaney with the skyhook. And watch TJ Mathis gets the feed into Chaney, the big fellow with the jam. Northwood can play too. They get the steal coming up. Great ball movement. Aaron Simpson is going to lay it in. But here comes the Lakers. Chaney with the miss. Rich Fields goes to work. He hits the 10-foot J. Mercyhurst wins the championship by beating Northwood 72-43. Gannon was on the road this afternoon playing Southwest Baptist in the consolation game of the Quincy tournament, and the Knights were winless over the weekend by losing 92-80 today. Aramis Trukowskis led Gannon with 20 points and 8 rebounds.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. The NFL is winding down. Hopefully the Bills and Steelers can still stay in the playoff hunt, and then college basketball is heating up. Gannon and Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst is playing really good basketball right now, so hopefully they can keep it going too.
The Brownies have to be hurting.
Yes, if you're a Browns fan, yeah. Unfortunately.
All right.
You don't want to do that.
We'll be right back, but first, all they needed was a Speedo, some sneakers, and a Santa hat. And then again, a smile. We'll tell you what these runners were doing in Boston this weekend when Action News 24 returns in just moments.
Before the movie, before the TV show, there was only one.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Lights. I'm Luke Simons.
And I'm Bill Toth.
Friday Night Lights, every Friday at 11:15. Sponsored by Off-Road Express.
Driving in bad weather is trouble enough. But do it without car insurance and you'll really dig yourself into a hole. 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. We keep you legal for less.
Home is the holiday spirit. It's where you can express the season with friends and family. Home is here, Oak Express and Bedroom Expressions, where you don't have to worry about any payments or interest until 2009, and you don't even need a down payment. Plus, our prices are backed by our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. Bring your wish list to Oak Express and Bedroom Expressions. Come by soon. Our no payments and no interest until 2009 offer is good only through 4 p.m. Christmas Eve.
If your party involves alcohol, be a real friend. Volunteer to be the designated driver. The law firm of Edgar Snyder and Associates wishes you a safe and happy holiday.
I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Sydney Bristow.
Hello, Sydney Bristow.
5.
Did you get the code?
4.
She will destroy those
3. Which means 2. I've got bad news for you, man. 1. There's no drug like adrenaline.
Alias Weekends. Alias, tonight at midnight on WJET-TV.
Visiting family, taking long walks, and training for a job. These ordinary activities are extraordinary for a woman suffering from depression so extreme she was homebound. When her cousin noticed the problem worsening, she remembered similar problems brought to light in messages from stairways, then talked to us. Talk led to prevention of an activity this woman was planning, for suicide. Now in treatment, she is a completely different person, a person with a new plan for life.
Welcome back. No sleigh or reindeers for some Santas in Boston. Instead, all they needed was a Speedo, some sneakers, a Santa hat, and appears a smile. More than 200 runners ran around in the 7th annual Santa Speedo Run. The run benefits 2 charities, one that eases the impact of breast cancer treatment on women and their families, and the other that helps kids all across Massachusetts. Unlike past years, runners didn't have to deal with that usual December cold. I don't even know how to comment on this story. I guess you just don't comment on it. You just...
We go to the 7-day forecast.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I agree.
Let's go to the 7-day forecast. And temperature-wise tomorrow, I think temperatures will fall through the 40s a bit, 45 early high. Still have a chance of showers early. Now, we could see some snow on Tuesday as high as only about 37, but we do rebound, still above average. So for the most part, we are above average next week, and that's not good for those dreaming of a white Christmas. But hopefully by Christmas Eve Sunday, there'll be 38, maybe some snow showers.
You handled that like a diplomat, so thank you. That does it for Action News 24 at 11. Have a good evening, and thanks for joining us.